All right, everybody. Yes. Welcome to the first drum mission instructional. Sounds like something you do with a proctologist of 2023. So, in this particular one, we're talking about. We're trying to keep them short, so I'm going to keep these little monologues shorter. We're talking about diddles and doubles. You know, originally I think I'm recording this last. Originally, I think I said just diddles, but it's diddles and doubles around the kit between your hands and your feet to do them sort of, you know, in a more sneaky fashion, kind of like Gad did with Ricky Lee Jones and Kelly Uda and Weckel and of course Nate Smith, and I'm going to get into that more. Anyway, if you're one of those intermediate drummers and you've heard guys doing this, it's a more linear form of drumming. It's more linear. But it's not really totally linear, and we can kind of mix it up. But here are some exercises and some cool little rudiments that you can start out doing now that are not that hard, and give yourself a cooler sound and do it under the vocals and not have anybody yell at you. Anyway, without further ado, let's go to the Drum Mission Laboratory.
The pressure. My God, man. Drilling holes in his head's not the answer. The artery must be repaired. Now put away your butcher knives and let me save this patient before it's too late.
Hey boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first Drum Mission Instructional of 2023. This one is called Diddles on the Kit. Diddles on the Kit. And I don't mean doing diddles, you know, all that kind of stuff. I mean doing paradiddles kind of unobnoxiously. Is that a word? Unobtrusively. Maybe that's a better one. I don't know. You know, kind of doing it in the groove. This is where the very famous Gad flutter lick comes from. What I'm going to show you today is where the Gad flutter lick comes from. If you don't know the Gad flutter lick, check out Chucky's in Love by Ricky Lee Jones. About the middle of the tune. The tempo breaks down and Gad brings the band back in with a very famously known now Gad flutter lick. And I'm not going to demonstrate that for you today, but I'm going to show you how to come up with your own kind of stuff like that. Because that's what this channel is about. Just, you know, I'm here not to teach you the lick, but to teach you how to practice stuff to come up with your own licks. So here we go. The one I did in the intro was based on the paradiddle diddle. Oh, what's the paradiddle diddle? Is that some kind of hot dog? No. Right, left, left, or left, right, right. Depending whether you're right-handed or left-handed. I am left-handed, I lead with my left. So, in keeping with this kind of groovy sort of way, I just did it between the two voices here, the hi-hat and the snare. Now when I'm working stuff out, now I do improv it sometimes when I'm playing because I've done this for a while, but when you're trying to work out some of these ideas to start sticking into your playing, do it with the larger, this is funny to me, I wrote this down in my little outline, the larger denomination of notes, because all I can think of is church.
Funny, she doesn't look Jewish.
I think of his church. In other words, eventually, if you look at that intro, I did the paradiddle diddle is 6 notes. It leans itself to triplets. So eventually, I did it as 16-note triplets. But I started it when I originally worked it out way back when. I worked it out as 8th-note triplets, so I could kind of hear everything. And you should do everything like that if you want to work out your 9-stroke rolls as 32nd notes between the snare and the hi-hat, and do some cool kick things in it. Well, work it out as 16th notes first, nice and slow. See what I'm saying? So let's get to it now. Let's get to the paradiddle diddle, starting with my left hand, right? I did it right in that groove, right? Because we know it's going to be left, right, right, which is perfect for 1 triplet, 2 triplet. I'm going to do it off the 3, so watch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. See what's going on there? Now I kind of got the feeling of this thing. It sounds kind of cool, right? It does sound kind of cool. And I just sort of, I never really did this one. I kind of came up with it for you. So again, when I was working it out, the first thing I did was, what would happen if I took those doubles and put it on the tom-tom? So let's do it. 1 and 2 and 3 and the 4 and the 1 and 2 and 3 and the 4 and the 1. Now slow, it doesn't do that much, but when it's a little quicker, again, now there's something maybe I might be able to use. So I kept going further. I thought, suppose I took my 2 rights and I put it here, right? So let's see what it's like with the 2 kicks. 1 and 2 and 3 and the 4 and the 1 and 2 and 3 and the 4 and the 1. So it's a little cumbersome doing them as 8th note triplets, but when I put it off the 3 as 16th note triplets, right? Now we got something. Now we got something. Kind of sounds cool, right? Kind of sounds very cool. And there you have what I was doing there. I went 1. Messed up one of them. It's kind of cold in the room today. It really is. Anyway, so that's the idea. That's just off 1. Now you could change that from the hi-hat, put it on the bell of the cymbal. You could change where you put the bass drum at. You can do all that stuff. Right? Let's take one more. Alright, let's do this now as straight up doubles. Or really, this is kind of like the backwards 7-stroke roll or 9-stroke roll. This is something I kind of do all the time, in versions of all the time. Alright, so watch closely, right? And I don't, and we're not talking about doubles, 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 E, just breaking them up like that. We're not really talking about that. We're talking about sort of like the Gad and Caliuta way, and this is where we got to get creative, right? You want to think to the left or to the right of what you normally do. So this is what we're going to call this, well, this is called beat displacement. So what Gad loves to do, so does Caliuta, is displace those doubles. So instead of starting them on the 1 or the 2 or the and, we're going to start these on the E. On the E. Right? And this is just for the sake of the bar, we're going to start it on the E of 3. So watch. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and a 1. So we do doubles right up to the 1, and it takes us back to the next bar, and it drops that bass drum on 1. So this is something I do actually a lot, and have that at Haas, steal it if you want. If I did it a little quicker. It's kind of cool, just like that. But now's where we get heavy. Let's switch it over to 30-second notes, and that's how I normally do it. Same thing, but we're going to be starting on beat 4. Not too quick so you can see. But even when you're not going that quick, 30-second notes are quick. That's why this is cool. Now, I'll do it quicker at the end, but now, let's move that to the tom-tom a little bit, right? So, same idea. We'll start with the 16th note version. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. A little quicker. I didn't do them in the right order all the time. But doesn't mean you can have kind of fun with this stuff. So let me lay it in now from the 4 as 32nd notes, right? As 32nd notes. Here we go. Again, not too quick so you can see it. And if you really put some mustard on it, it sounds kind of cool. I'm not throwing them up, but you see what I'm getting at? Now you can come up with your own things. One more thing. An exercise to help you get good at this. Alrighty, this is actually a different day, but I put on the same shirt so I could fool you. Same pants, everything. Same incredibly gorgeous hairstyle. Really. Really. A lot of people say how good looking it is. Alright. That's a really bad Trump impersonation. But I'm trying not to be political.
A friend of mine said, you have to be the most perfect person.
They had everybody in.
We'll take it.
Anyway, okay, so there is an exercise, as I said in the yesterday, that you should do to keep your doubles between your hands and your feet as even as possible. And to be honest, you know, I hear a lot of guys do this kind of thing, and some guys do it very well, and some guys, you can hear that they're doubles on the feet, the guys with one pedal. It may be either, you know, they're kind of like compressing them a little bit, or they're not nice. It's not nice and even and fluid. They might be really fast, but at higher speeds, it's not nice and even and fluid. And I always like to err on the side of being even and fluid. And otherwise, if I'm going to sound really sloppy and junky, I probably won't do it. All right. So this is an exercise to get you there. To get you there. So it's very simple, right? And I'm going to do it a couple stages. I'll show you a couple of them. But it's just a doubles on the floor, double on the kick, double up here, double on the kick. I like to do it as 4 and 4. So watch. It'll be like this: 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and this is not in really good tune right now. It's more for the room. So, but that's the idea, keeping it nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Even when people are playing like Good Times, Bad Times, something from Led Zeppelin, you know, you can hear when they do those doubles, it's not perfect. It's not nice, even triplets, you know, and that's okay. They're doing it really fast. And believe me, when Bonham did that, even though he's using an old Speed King or Ghost pedal, I've heard, he had a strap, it was really fast. Now at 60, when he does it for 2 bars at the end, I don't know if I could do it at that speed for 2 bars like that, really even and smooth. Don't know. I mean, when John recorded that, he was like 19 or 18 or something like that. So, you know, there is an age thing to be considered. But even and smooth is what you want to go for. So watch. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do it at several different metronome markings. About the fastest I can do it comfortably is 141, 142. I'm going to start at 90 and I'm going to show you. Also, do this with a metronome. Do this with a metronome because you want everything steady. You don't want to do that 80-20 thing, right? 80-20 guy thing where, you know, put the metronome on the last 32nd of 4. For this, that's not what you want. You're not looking for great timekeeping, although that should be a byproduct as well. You're looking for even, smooth, right? So it's not like it's should be an extension of your hands. All right, here we go. I'm going to set up a few things. You won't notice Be right back, and I'm going to do it. I'll put the meter markings I'm doing it at. Okay, be right back. I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope you like what we're doing here. I got 439. I'm looking for 440 before the end of the year. Subscribers now. I really thank you guys, but my car went kablooey. If you can send some support to the channel, we got some cool stuff coming up. Got a concert coming up in February, a very special interview concert, the return of musicians on couches. So taking you out with what you see in the corner, full screen. See you on the next one.